Chosen one. This is not an ordinary moment. Today is not just another date on your calendar. It is a divine timestamp, a spiritual deadline, a line drawn between delay and destiny. Stop scrolling. Only 10 seconds left is not just urgency. It is heaven's alarm going off right over your life. Right now, Archangel Michael is standing in a place that cannot be seen, not in the dark or far away, but in charge, and he holds something that has never been released in this way before. A check for $1 trillion. Pay close attention. It already has your name on it. Yesterday you didn't sign it. Last week you didn't sign it. It was signed by your obedience. Your tears signed it. Your prayers in silence at 2 a.m. signed it. Your name was on that holy document before you even knew it, because you fought through battles without giving up. There are now only seconds left in the Spirit. It is not just about money. This is about providing for you, healing you, opening doors for you, and supernaturally getting rid of what has been stopping you. God is giving you this check as payment for the war you fought. It means too much water after a drought. In the wake of years of slow progress, it means speeding up. But here is the shocking truth. It goes back to the heavenly treasury at 9 p.m. If it is not claimed in faith and alignment before then. Yes, there are treasuries in heaven, not because God withholds, but because many people never claim. It is because waiting too long shuts the door. Delay slows down activation. Fear stops you from moving. Tonight, Archangel Michael is not going after your enemies. He is watching over your freedom. Do you feel that change? Something has been stirring in your spirit lately. A sense of urgency that you cannot quite explain. That is not worry. It is divine timing pushing against delays on earth. You were told ahead of time that something is going to move because you were chosen to respond. Take a good look at your life. Have you seen any strange signs lately? Numbers that keep coming up, random confirmations, conversations about money, breakthroughs, inheritances, and chances. These are not random events. These are signs from the spirit world. Today has a prophetic weight to it. Witness is represented by the number 2. The number 1 means beginning. With 221, they become witnesses to the start. Today is the day you see the start of overflow. The enemy knows this too. That is why there were more distractions this week. That is why tiredness tried to lay claim to you. This is why self-doubt whispered, "Nothing is changing." It was an attempt to get you to skip over your moment. You are still here, though. That has meaning. Archangel Michael doesn't move without purpose. His assignment is to protect destiny, carry out divine orders, and stand as a warrior over covenant promises. If he is holding something with your name on it, heaven approved it. The check is a sign of giving and receiving. Money, favor, power, opportunity. But heaven works based on response. You need to take back what is rightfully yours. Claiming doesn't mean begging. It means agreement. It means your words should match what is already written in the Spirit. It means not letting past mistakes keep you from being eligible. Pay close attention. Your name was marked with a delay. Not refusal, but delay. And that time limit has passed. The clock is now on your side. The time that drained you is about to give you something good. But here is the urgency again. After 9 p.m. the cycle ends. This is not about fear. This is about moving with faith. Archangel Michael is telling you that now is the time to be brave, to speak out, and to take a step forward before anything changes. Be honest with yourself. Are you ready for something bigger than you imagined? Because many people pray for overflow. But when overflow comes, they pull back. They doubt it. They disqualify themselves. Right now you have been quietly prepared, secretly strengthened, and privately tested. What is about to happen in public is not luck. It is the result of everything you endured. Heaven knows how valuable you are more than anyone else. Besides what your bank account says and what people have said about you, people don't value you enough, but God does. A check is what heaven says. You are worth it. So take a deep breath right now, center yourself, refuse to be distracted. This isn't just content you found by accident. This is an interruption from God. Today is the day you wake up. You are not being asked to pursue the blessing by Archangel Michael. He wants you to stand up and take it with confidence. In the comment section below, type Amen, not as a casual reply, but as a strong declaration that you are ready to receive what heaven has already planned for you. As you write it, know that the spiritual world is taking note of your agreement. Your enemy tried to make you think you are behind in life, behind other people in terms of money, spirituality, and comparison. That was a lie designed to make you feel unworthy of abundance. You are not behind. You are being positioned. When you cannot see the blueprint, positioning feels like a delay. But everything makes sense when the structure is finished. Structure, stability, and an overflow that doesn't vanish overnight is what the check stands for. That being said, you need to respond today. Alignment is triggered by engagement. Agreement hastens manifestation. If your spirit is stirred by this message, don't wait. Let your faith move your voice. Write what you agree with. Declare that you are ready. You are not just watching a video when you type, share, or interact with it. You are setting an intention. Share this with someone who is stuck. If you want to walk in divine alignment consistently, subscribe to this channel. If you believe heaven is moving something on your behalf, please like this message. The more this message reaches people, the more lives step into their appointed moment. Pay close attention. What happens next will reveal why the deadline falls at exactly 9 p.m. and not a minute after. There is a reason behind spiritual cycles that most people have never understood. In the spiritual world, evening is a time of transition. In history, divine decisions have been made at the edge of the day, where light meets shadow, as one cycle ends and a new one begins. Tonight at 9 p.m. is that edge for you. Standing at a threshold is Archangel Michael, not a physical gate, but a boundary in the realm of the unseen. Everything that has kept you struggling is on one side. On the other side is healed compensation. The check is safe at that point, waiting for your clear agreement before the hour changes. When people align before a deadline, it is powerful. It proves readiness. Heaven responds to bold faith shown at the right time. This is why you feel the pull to act. You are not being driven by fear. The force drawing you forward is divine. You have been through seasons that were emotionally draining. You helped others when you had little. You stayed even when it hurt. You could have quit, but you remained faithful. Each of those moments deposited something into the heavenly account in your name. Nothing was wasted. The one who sees everything kept record. The check Archangel Michael holds is not a gift. It is a right. But justice requires participation. You cannot align with the release if you pull back now. If you step forward in faith, you step into the transfer. This is why what you say tonight matters. Speak of abundance. Declare gratitude before you see it. Speak restoration before it appears. Now is the time to turn. The doors that look closed are weakening. The blockades that seemed permanent are breaking down. The spiritual atmosphere around you is shifting because God has already authorized it. But be careful. Blessings at this level attract attention. People around you might not understand what is happening. Some may question your sudden change. This is not the time to seek approval from people. Now is the time to answer heaven. Archangel Michael does not hesitate when directed. His movement is precise. He wants you to move the same way. Don't overthink. Don't rehearse your past mistakes. Tonight is about clean alignment. The check represents growth in power, territory, and influence. When you receive what is linked to your name, you will no longer think small. Survival will not be your goal. You will be managing overflow. While this gate remains open, hear this clearly. Every seed planted into this mission grows into a torch that lights someone else's darkness. If this message has stirred something real in you, know that supporting this work is not a transaction. It is a spiritual act through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our KO-Fi community, you are not giving to a channel. You are investing in a divine mission to reach souls still waiting in the dark. Give, and it will be given to you, pressed down and overflowing. That is not poetry. It is a living promise over your life. Take that step now if you feel the pull. And this is the deeper truth. This miracle isn't only for you. It carries impact beyond you. When you rise, people connected to you rise. When your resources increase, your reach grows. Your family stabilizes when your provision improves. Heaven multiplies through people who are ready to receive, not just for comfort, but for purpose. The window closes at 9 p.m. because cycles require order. Heaven operates within a framework. Appointments are precise. This is not manipulation. It is a beautiful rhythm. Seasons shift at specific times, and so do divine releases. Right now, picture Archangel Michael holding that check with your name clearly written on it, and an amount that represents more than numbers can contain. He is not anxious. He is certain. He is waiting for you to say yes internally. Say it now in your heart. I accept what God has prepared for me. I align with God's timing. I step into overflow without fear. As you agree, understand that acceleration begins quietly. Conversations shift, opportunities appear. Unexpected help arrives. Things that seemed impossible become accessible. This is how transfer manifests in the natural. You will not remember today as ordinary. You will remember it as the moment your faith replaced your doubt type. I receive the release in the comments if this is speaking to your spirit. The blessing code 2121 has just been activated over your life. Now understand something holy. What you are about to receive is not luck or chance. It is the harvest of spiritual credit built over time, the nights you cried alone, the days you stayed strong when you felt empty, the moments you chose honesty when it was easier to compromise. Those were all documented in the Spirit. Archangel Michael witnessed them. Heaven does not ignore proof of faithfulness. It returns to it. Your name was not written in ink. It was written in covenant. A covenant backed by power cannot be easily revoked. But belief is required to activate it. If you don't take this moment seriously, it loses its weight. If you stay distracted, you will miss how significant it is. That is why tonight is not dramatic for the sake of emotion. It is urgent for the sake of alignment. Cycles behind you are ending. Old identities that no longer serve you are releasing their grip. You have spent too long seeing yourself through the lens of limitation. You have measured your future by the size of your past. You have judged your potential by the height of your current ceiling. But in heaven, you are known by your calling, not your condition. Heaven does not look at where you are standing. It looks at where you were designed to go. Archangel Michael is not holding the check for the version of you that doubts. He is holding it for the version of you that is rising. Can you feel the tension? That is the stretching of your identity. The old mindset resisting the new. This internal shift is necessary before external evidence can appear, because you have to be able to recognize the miracle when it comes. If you still expect disappointment, you might label favor as coincidence. Watch for early signs. A message you didn't expect. An idea that surfaces suddenly. A door that opens just slightly. Heaven speaks softly before it speaks loudly. As 9 p.m. approaches, the spiritual atmosphere becomes more focused. Archangel Michael is clearing interference. What is assigned to your name will not be stolen. You have come too far to retreat now. At this critical moment, make a declaration that anchors your position. In the comment section type, "I will not retreat." Make a promise to God that you will hold steady until breakthrough arrives. When you type it, you are drawing a line that doubt cannot cross. Today is the closing of something. Everything you endured brought you to this turning point. Endings don't always look dramatic. Sometimes they look like calm certainty. Sometimes they feel like a deep knowing that will not be shaken. That deep knowing is rising in you right now. You need to hear this. The hardest stretch is always the final days before manifestation. Not because something is wrong, but because everything is going precisely to plan. Think of a bow being pulled back before the arrow is released. The tension is not the problem. The tension is the preparation. The pressure you feel is not a sign that you have been forgotten. It is a sign that you are being aimed, and God does not aim at small targets. You can feel this is larger than hype. There is movement in the real world. Results will be measurable. The check is a symbol. Yes, but the fruit of it will be visible. Also, guard this moment. Don't broadcast your expectations to people who cannot honor them. Not everyone operates in the understanding of divine timing. Before a seed breaks through the ground, it grows in silence. Protect this season. Archangel Michael stands at the entrance to your next level. He is not only carrying a blessing, he is removing interference. If certain distractions fall away suddenly, do not chase them. Let them go. Your alignment is more valuable than what you are releasing. Your response right now anchors the shift. So if this message has strengthened you, show how your faith works. Like this message, leave a bold declaration in the comments. Share it with someone standing at the edge of their breakthrough. Subscribe to this channel if you want to walk in consistent divine alignment. And if you feel called to stand in deeper agreement with this mission, become a member. Engagement is not just online activity, it is participation in momentum before you move forward. Receive this truth. Giving is not separate from what you are stepping into. It is part of it. When heaven is about to release something significant into your life, it often invites you to release something first. That is the principle of the open hand. You cannot receive with a closed fist. If this message has activated something in you, consider planting a seed into this mission right now. Through the link in the description or pinned comment, you can support this work by buying a coffee, making a contribution, or joining our KO-Fi community. Your giving does not go to a channel. It waters the lives of people still lost in darkness. People who need exactly what you received today. As Jesus said, "Give, and it will be given to you." That promise is not historical. It is active over your life at this very moment. Act on it before this window closes. One who is awake, here is the final spiritual key. It is not effort. It is surrender. Not passive surrender, but aligned surrender. The kind that releases control while remaining confident. The kind that says, "I trust the process because I trust the one who designed it." When surrender replaces strain, multiplication accelerates. You have spent years pushing, planning, and forcing things into existence. But force does not govern what is happening now. Faith-based release does. Archangel Michael is not petitioning heaven on your behalf. The blessing has already been authorized. The only friction remaining is internal resistance. There is a thin difference between anticipation and anxiety. Anticipation looks forward to good things. Anxiety fears losing them. Your posture in this final hour matters more than you know. When you remain rooted in calm expectation, you align with speed. When you overthink and overanalyze, you slow your own reception. This is why surrender is the key. It says, "I receive without grasping. I align without forcing. I trust God's timing above my own urgency." Look at Archangel Michael. He is strong but calm. That is the energy you carry right now. Not desperate, not frantic, steady. The trillion-dollar miracle check represents magnitude, but magnitude has to land on stability. Surrendered confidence is what creates that stability. Think about the times you tried to control outcomes. How exhausting it was. How unpredictable the results were. Now contrast that with moments when you trusted and let go. Doors opened more naturally. Opportunities surfaced unexpectedly. That pattern is now becoming your permanent way of moving. One miracle is not what today is about. It is about a change in how you live, from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of stewardship, from striving to trusting, from asking, will I have enough, to asking, how much can this grow? Everything changes from that question. When you stop thinking like someone who is barely surviving and start thinking like someone who is managing overflow, the decisions you make become different. The way you see opportunities changes. The way you handle setbacks changes. You are no longer scrambling. You are stewarding. As the spiritual treasury prepares to seal this cycle, the atmosphere grows still, not empty, holy. That stillness is not delay. It is proof of alignment. You may feel like something is already done. Your breathing may slow. Your thoughts may clear. That is surrender taking root. Archangel Michael is not anxious. He is observing your posture, and when there is peace, release follows quickly. Understand this clearly. When multiplication begins, it will not look the way you expect. It may start as one strategic opportunity that opens 3 others. It may begin as one conversation that builds a network. It may appear as one idea that generates streams of provision. Do not despise small beginnings. Every multiplication starts with a seed. The check represents the value of the seed, not only its size. Planted correctly, even symbolic abundance becomes real overflow. Type I to move into multiplication in the comments. Blessing code 8282 has just been activated over your life. As this awakening grows inside you, know that those who are consistent in their alignment are the ones who see the fastest results. Stay connected to what is aligned. Stay close to what is building you. The treasury cycle has a closing time, but what you have secured does not close. What you agreed with remains active. What you activated continues to grow. What you released becomes your new rhythm. No longer are you seeking miracles. You are maintaining momentum. Momentum starts small. It needs to be protected with faith. Don't let negativity consume it. Don't let comparison weaken it. Don't let old habits drain it. Archangel Michael's role has shifted from guardian of a release to guardian of your growth. And growth requires consistency. Feel the shift in you as this moment settles. A calm authority, a steady promise, a refusal to back down. That is the permanent transformation becoming stable. The change you experienced was never meant to be private. It carries an effect that reaches beyond you. There are people watching your life who have seen your faithfulness. When your breakthrough becomes visible, it will answer questions they were afraid to ask. This is why the shift must last. Temporary excitement cannot sustain lasting impact. Only rooted transformation can. And what happened inside you today was deep. The trillion-dollar miracle check represented immeasurable value. But now that you have aligned, you must carry that value with you. Stop speaking about yourself as if you are small. Stop placing limits on what is possible for you. Your old self is not who you are now. You are a warrior of truth. Every time you walk into a room from this point forward, move like you carry authority, because you do. And in the coming days, you will notice small confirmations. Not dramatic signs, but clear ones. A conversation that creates opportunity, an idea that becomes a plan, a connection that enables collaboration. Do not overlook these. Heaven rarely announces itself loudly. It confirms itself quietly. When too many things align to be dismissed, that is proof the treasury release was real. Stay calm as power increases. When people notice your change, some may be confused, some may feel unsettled by your confidence. Don't absorb that energy. Stay grounded, stay thankful, stay focused on what is ahead of you, not on those who cannot keep up with where you are going. Archangel Michael did not argue with opposition. He remained steady until resistance gave way. That is your model. Not loud bravado, consistent presence. When people ask what changed, your answer will be grounded in lived experience, not theory. Today is a significant line in your life, a boundary between before and after. That line holds power not because of the date, but because of your long-term alignment that follows it. The miracle was not only provision, it was permission. Permission to think larger, permission to move with courage, permission to pursue vision without apology. Permission changes how you act. When you know you are authorized, you stop hesitating. You stop asking for others to validate you. Get ready for conversations that once felt impossible to feel natural. Expect opportunities that once seemed distant to feel within reach. But walk carefully, be a good steward, stay positioned, because the final words of this journey will turn your experience into a living altar. A visible sign that divine timing is real, that surrender enables multiplication, and that heaven does not erase what it writes with your name on it. As this covenant closes, one final invitation: you have received something real today. And when you receive, the next act of alignment is releasing. If this message became a turning point for you, consider making it a turning point for someone else. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you can join this mission by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our KO-Fi community. And for those called to go deeper, a guided ebook is available through the link in the description, completely optional, but designed to anchor everything you have received today into a daily practice. Every seed you plant here is sown into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls still searching for their moment. Your breakthrough does not end with you. Let it flow outward. As you give, heaven opens wider over you. That is not a phrase. It is a covenant promise active over your life right now. Chosen vessel, now is the time to seal. Not a dramatic ending, a confirmation from God. There was never any reason to fear the deadline today. It was about awakening you to your permission. The treasury, the check, the urgency, none of it was meant to pressure you. It was meant to position you. You understand that now? Archangel Michael was not holding $1 trillion check to make you desire wealth. He was standing there as proof of what heaven declared about your life. It was never about the money. It was about who you are. It was about heaven saying, this one is ready, ready to grow, ready to make a difference, ready to steward, ready to accelerate. What you aligned with today is still valid. What you spoke in faith does not return empty. It becomes motion. You can sense the difference now. There is no fear. There is no desperate urgency. There is only calm. That steady state is the seal. You didn't miss it. You walked right into it. It is done for you. You aligned. You received. Archangel Michael has shifted his role from guardian of release to guardian of growth. What has begun will be watched over as it expands. Clear ideas will come to you. Connections will align with your purpose. Provision will show up in unexpected ways, but you will recognize it immediately because your spirit has been trained to discern. This is not hype, this is transformation. You will remember that the most miraculous thing today was not the check itself. It was the change inside you. The fear that held you back has lost its grip. The doubt that questioned your worth is gone. You move differently now. You speak from a place of knowing. You are confident in what you expect. That is the real wealth. The language of $1 trillion meant unlimited value. But what heaven truly gave you was clarity of sight. You are no longer thinking in survival terms. You are thinking as a steward. You are no longer asking, will I have enough? You are asking, how much can this grow? That question changes everything. The fact that Archangel Michael remains with you confirms one final truth. When heaven writes your name on something, it does not change its mind. It does not second guess. It does not withdraw without cause. Now, seated in this calm confidence, do one thing that releases heaven's favor over this moment. Click the like button, not as a casual gesture, but as a spiritual declaration. When you press it, you are telling heaven, I agree with what was released here. I align with the shift that happened. That one action opens a flow of divine favor from this moment forward. It shows that you did not merely watch, you participated. One more thing, share this video, not because the algorithm needs it, but because someone in your circle needs it right now. There is someone close to you who is about to give up. They are about to scroll past the key that was meant for them. The fact that you received this message means you were trusted to carry it to them. When you share, you become a messenger that heaven acknowledges. You extend Archangel Michael's reach through your obedience. And if you have not yet subscribed, now is the time. This channel exists for prophetic alignment. Every video is crafted to meet you where you are in your season, to speak to your timing, to catalyze the shifts God has already approved. When you subscribe, you are not adding your name to a list. You are making appointments with God. You are declaring, I want every release, every activation, every prophetic word that flows through this ministry to reach me at the right time. Do not miss another moment. Tap the subscribe button now, then click the bell so that when heaven speaks, you are the first to hear it. If you want to make this covenant permanent in your life, type I walk in authorization in the comments. You are now sealed and blessed with the code 1212. As this covenant closes, hear this carefully. You are stepping into your divine future. And remember, this message does not end with you. Your breakthrough becomes a pathway for others. Walk forward from here as someone who is permitted, prepared, and positioned. When challenges arise, return to this alignment. When opportunities come, take them with both hands. Fear will try to whisper again, but remind it that your name is already signed and accepted in heaven. You were chosen for this. Now walk like it. Heaven does not make mistakes about who it selects. Your name was written deliberately, intentionally, and with full knowledge of every flaw you carry. And it was written anyway. That is grace. That is covenant. That is the God who calls things that are not as though they are.